Happy holidays, everyone. I hope you are having a wonderful holiday. However, when it comes to manifesting your reality, there is no taking a holiday. You are always and forever manifesting your reality. So I wanted to make this video and offer some very simple reminders that you can keep with you during this holiday season so that you can stay centered, stay with yourself, and stay in command of your reality. If you found your way to my channel, you are in the right place. My name is Hedley. I am a Law of Assumption coach. If you'd like to know more about me or my offerings, including one-to-one Law of Assumption coaching, my self-concept course, and my book, I Am Money, Assume a New Story and Enjoy More Money, you will find all of those details in the box below this video or at my website, youaretheone.com.au. And if I could ask you for a very simple favor, if you are watching this, if you are enjoying this, if you found this helpful, to please press that subscribe button, give this video a like, that would be much appreciated. All right, let's get into it. There is no taking a holiday when it comes to manifesting, because you are always manifesting whether you are aware of it or not. So the key is to be aware of it so that you can be more in command of what is occurring in your reality, because your reality is a reflection of what you're doing in consciousness. And the holiday season is probably the most popular time to relax and just let things be and not think about things, which is great. However, you are always thinking about things whether you know it or not, because as long as you are observing reality, especially in the holidays, you are in the observer role of reality, which is the creator of reality. And what happens during these holiday seasons is it can trigger up old memories, it can trigger unfinished business, it can do a whole lot of things. Perhaps you've experienced some of that, and perhaps you have just been having a wonderful, relaxing time, which is great. But I did want to just remind you, there is no holiday in consciousness. We want to enjoy ourselves and have a holiday, but also continue to remember who you are, because as long as you are in this physical, beautiful body, this instrument that allows you to experience this third dimensional reality, you are the commander of reality. So you want to stay in command of the cause of reality, which is consciousness. So I'm going to share with you what I do. In fact, whether it's holidays or not, this is what I am always doing. And of course, take what works and leave the rest. So the first thing that you want to do is wake up and remember who you are. The first thing that I do when I open my eyes and become aware of myself in the morning is I say to myself, I am the infinite I am of my reality. I am the superstar of this show. I am the producer, the writer, the director, and the actor in this movie. What I assume to be true will be so. Now that's the polite version, but the way I actually say it is, I am the infinite I am of my reality. I am the superstar of this show. I'm the producer, the writer, the director, and the actor in this movie. What the fuck I say goes. But whatever works for you. And then I go into my self-concept, and that can change depending on what I'm working on, and they are all I am statements. Now, I've been working with the same self-concept for years, and again, I wake up and I say this script every single morning, no matter what is going on. This is before I get out of bed. So I'll say, I am wanted, I'm worthy, I'm chosen, I'm loved, I'm valued, I'm respected, I'm accepted, I'm enough, I'm important, I'm special, I'm beautiful, I'm safe, I'm happy, I'm healthy, I'm powerful, I'm great. Everything in this life is mine to create. So I am creating the life of my dreams because I am worth it, because I am me, and I always get what I want in my reality because I am the infinite I am. I am God expressed as Hedley Dorenzi. So you can make up whatever script works for you. I have been saying that one for years, and I never, ever, ever get out of bed without saying that first. Sometimes I say it in my head, sometimes I say it aloud. It's up to you. And then what I do is I ground myself into my body and into the earth. So you can do this a couple of ways. The first way I do it is I always do this energetically, where I kind of bring all of my attention into my body so I'm aware that I'm in this body. And then I will ground myself into the earth. So I'll take Dora for a walk on the beach, but I will also just go to my grass or area. I will find some bit of earth and I will plug my body into it. So I will put my feet on it or my hands on it, depending on the seasons. I will somehow find a way to get grounded onto the earth, because that is such a vital part of this life experience, is grounding into the body and grounding into that earth socket, which is such an infinite source of energy. And just also, if you're like me, having gone through what I've gone through my life and being very quick to disassociate or disappear on myself or leave my body, I will continually throughout the day make sure I take time to ground myself into my body and into the earth. So that is also really important. Now, these are really simple things. Keep in mind, you're on holidays, you want to enjoy yourself. This is not really taking much energy at this point. Now, the other thing that you want to be doing during these holidays is remembering that they are a reflection of you, meaning they are a reflection of your infinite I am wholeness. Because it's likely that you're going to be spending time with family or friends or people from your past, there may be potential to be triggered into some old unhealed stories or memories. And what that does is that activates the consciousness of the past. And before you know it, you're back in there, especially if you're doing things like going back to your family home or spending time with people that you don't usually spend time with. It is the perfect opportunity to be triggered back into those old memories. I myself have already had a couple of triggers based on family members that I only hear from at Christmas, and it brings up a lot of stuff with it. So I have to do a bit of work around that. But thanks to this work, I know exactly what to do, and I go straight back to I am, and I use I am. So what you want to do is, if you are triggered, put I am in front of what you are being triggered by. Rather than thinking of what they are doing, just put I am in front of what you are observing. And what that does is it neutralizes it and brings it back to you, and then you can change the story. So for example, if somebody's being rude to you, I am being rude to myself. Then you can change the story. I am being kind to myself, because what you've just done there is you've neutralized your reality, which means you've neutralized consciousness. As long as you stay in the story of them and what they are doing to you, you are a victim to them. You're in the illusion of victimhood, and they are going to keep at you. You're in third person. There's no power in third person. You are a victim to them. You're in the illusion of victimhood, and there's no freedom from that. You're going to be ruining your holidays. And then, of course, that leads into one of my favorite techniques, which is revision. If you are experiencing any unfavorable events in your reality, to get to the end of the day and give yourself some space and time to go into your imagination and revise them. It's very simple. All you have to do is ask yourself, how do I wish this had have played out instead? If it's the conversation, how do I wish this conversation had gone instead? If they did something that you didn't like, what do I wish they had have done instead? Or what do I wish I had have done instead? Do I wish I had have said something? You get to do all of that in your imagination, and by selecting those new potentials, your reality must reorganize itself to reflect that new potential back to you in some way. Now, because you're revising a past event, we have no idea how that gets reflected back. But if you've seen any of my videos on revision, I've had the most incredible experiences with revision. When you revise past experiences, your reality will find the most incredible way to reflect it back, and it'll make for a great story. So make sure you are revising any unfavorable events that occur throughout your holiday as best you can. Try not to react to reality, because reacting to reality just affirms that that reality is true. Now, I'm saying that, and I have not perfected that by any stretch. I still react to my reality. But what I do is I take myself out of it, and then I go in and I do this work after. And of course, I am getting a lot better, but I'm still very human. I'm human, we are all human, and we are having a very human experience here. So give yourself a lot of grace and compassion. If you do react, just make sure you revise after that happens. No problem. And of course, in this holiday season, there's a lot of, oh, I wish I had, or I wish I had that, or oh, that person has that. We can fall into the wanting of something. As soon as you catch yourself wanting something, just immediately Shift that into the having of it, which means you have to go into your imagination. Just imagine yourself with that thing that you're wanting. That's all you have to do at the very least. Now remember, I'm giving you very simplistic reminders here. So this is if you are on holidays and you're wanting to take a holiday. These reminders are just so that you're keeping on top of consciousness and you're not letting it get away from you. We don't want to stay in the energy of wanting, because the energy of wanting pushes that thing away. And then we get into attachment or need, and of course that just keeps it away. Give yourself 30 seconds of being in the state of having, and then get on with your holiday. And the seventh and final reminder is to fall asleep in love. Fall asleep in the state of being in love. What does that mean? That means you are falling asleep to something that puts you in that state of love and joy and bliss. It could be a past memory, it could be a future memory, anything that puts you in that state of love, and then fall asleep to that state of having it and being in love with it, whatever it is. It doesn't matter what it is. By falling asleep in the state of love, you'll be sleeping in love and then waking up in love. And again, we go back to the beginning where we remember who we are. I am the infinite I am of my reality. I am the superstar of this show. I'm the producer, the writer, the director, and the actor in this movie. What the fuck I say goes. All right. Those are just some very simple reminders. Remember, there is no holiday in consciousness, but if you stay on top of your consciousness, you can enjoy your holidays. So happy holidays, everyone. Happy New Year, of course. Everything is happening now. There is no past. There is no future. There is just infinite potentials. So select yours wisely and consciously and make sure they are the potentials that you want to experience as we come into this beautiful new year. I will look forward to seeing you then. Thank you for being here over 2024. I love this work, and so thank you for allowing me to do this work and to continue showing up and sharing these incredible teachings. It is just such a joy, and I am so grateful. So thank you, and I look forward to seeing you in 2025. Bye.